that I was talking about that's kind of like at the ceiling height. And they're coming and standing around as they have done before. And they're not running around being busy on the sides anymore. So they're standing around, and as the Shadalun elemental group, what they'd like us to do is inhale and hold for a moment, and call our mind to our crystallized luminary body that's inside of us. And now we're going to use the exhale to push it up into the shield that's in the ceiling, hanging in the ceiling. Okay. And they'd like us to just breathe for a few moments while looking into the crystal in the Shores of Emmaus code. Because that is what we're going to be looking at, but it will be, when we project over there, it's going to be as if we're on the shore here, looking into it. There'll be another time when they actually take us into it, they said, but right now, it's, they want us, we're going to be on the shore, so we're picking up the math by just breathing it in and breathing in the crystal coordinates. Okay. Now they like us to inhale in both bodies, our body here and our crystallized luminary body up there in the shield. And when we exhale, we're going to push the molecules and atoms of the crystal luminary body out into merger with the crystallizing planes, the Aurora planes. Try to feel the sensation of like you're a million little tiny crystal specks that just turn into this crystal cloud that's kind of sticking onto the larger crystal points that are hanging in the atmosphere as the crystal planes. Try to sense the freedom of the part of your consciousness that's in that body and in that state, where it knows it doesn't lose anything just because it changed its form. Okay. Now what they're having us do with this is we are literally merging the etheric molecular structure with the Aurora crystal planes, and they interface directly. The planetary ones interface directly with Aurora Earth. So we're actually merging with that substance, and then we're going to pop through it as being like merged with the molecules of it or the atoms of it. So now we can... Okay, we're going to inhale now again, and we're going to pull ourselves, all that, our wonderful cloud of crystal, we're going to pull it back into a single spark of light up there in the shield. And we're going to exhale, and when we do, it's going to pop our body back out, our crystallized luminary body, and we're going to pop up on the shores of Emmaus. Try to hold in your mind's eye here the image and the feeling. Try to connect with your luminary body over there and feel. Try to feel the sand underneath your feet and the warmth, because it's nice and warm. They said there's a bit of smell of jasmine in the air, or what would smell like jasmine. I don't know what that smells like, but see if you can smell that. Because with the luminary body, you actually do have all of the senses that the physical body would have and more. Where some states of like astral projection and stuff, you don't have smell and those kind of things. Okay, try to really feel. Try to dig your toes into the sand. If you have shoes on, just kind of like think them gone on your luminary body, and they will be. And just feel the sand beneath your feet and scrunch your toes in it as if you're picking up sand with your toes, just to really get yourself in to the groove. Try to move your luminary body down to the water's edge and put your hand down and touch as if you're touching the little bit of water coming up from the tide. Try to feel, it's a silky feeling actually. That's the hydrolyzed sea, the living water sea. Okay. These little things of like bending down and touching things and those kinds of things will actually help get your consciousness used to being in the two perspectives, where you can travel with your luminary body and experience things more and more real there, while still holding consciousness within your physical body here as well. So now there's a gathering of the Shadalun on the beach and behind us. Like if we're standing like close to the water's edge here, they'd be like back in the room, like way back by around where the doors are in here, but they're actually on the beach there. And as we're facing the ocean here, right, and our luminary bodies are facing the ocean there, facing the hydrolase ocean, they're going to do something really neat. They're going to project out, or neat, they're actually turning into little orbs, little orby sparks of light, and they're flying over the heads of our luminary bodies, and they're going out in front of us, and they're forming a band, like a single file kind of line in the water, back by where the crystal is. And it's from there, they're going to come toward us here, too, right? And hand us the crystal egg that is the invitational egg. And when they begin this process, and they're all going to walk forward at once and go to the persons, there's one for each person. You can, even if you're laying down, that's okay. But if you can just like kind of put your hands out in front of you when we give the call, as if you're waiting to receive that egg being put in them, because you can connect your physical body in with this experience too, not just your luminary body. Okay, they're going to do this in a minute. They said, all right. So imagine you're there, and your luminary body is there, and it's getting ready to hold out its hands. Okay. They said now's a good time to hold out your hands, just a little bit in front of you, as if you're going to receive a egg-shaped thing like the paperweights over there. And try to sense now these, wow, cool. They're really large. They're very Zion-like, actually. Neat. I think they're connected to the Zion, this particular group. Interesting. So they're moving forward toward us, and they're a light being formed. They're still translucent, more translucent than our luminary bodies, and they glow. They glow from inside, which is really neat, like multiple colors. Kind of like rainbow people or something. And they have some kind of robes on that seem to appear and disappear, but it just kind of like swishes around them, like turns to energy and then back again. It's like where you can't see their full anatomy, but they're moving toward us. Now try to feel the sense of one coming up and standing in front of you, and gently placing in your hands this egg crystal that contains your residency invitation and the activation access key. Try to feel the weight of the egg in your hands. Okay. Now, have a telepathic greeting with them. They will say something to you telepathically, but it won't be in words. It'll be in cognition, direct cognition, which will appear as a feeling. And it's a hello, but it's a hello that's especially for you. As if it knows you, like they know the person giving you the egg knows you. Because they do. They know our karmic records. They know our other parts of selves in time before these invites are given. And it's just a cheerful message. They're giving you a cheerful message. And it'll be different for everyone. Okay. Now they're saying it's time to go for now. And we need to bring this back while it's still what? Viable. Okay. While these eggs are still viable for holding the code, like they might shut off or something, we need to bring our luminary bodies back into the physical body and bring that code in, because that will start expediting the crystallization of our luminary bodies. So we can, bid a fun farewell for now and see you again soon. And we'll go back to bringing ourselves back, our luminary bodies back. And there's a way we're supposed to do this. Okay. Being focused on your luminary body self, still standing at the water, holding your egg, looking at the water. Inhale yourself literally into a spark of light that would be at where your azure is, just kind of, and your egg will go with you. Go. You're inhaled into a spark of light. Hold for a moment. And then exhale directly into the azure of the physical body. And the egg disappears, and its code goes all through your crystallizing body and your atomic structure. And it's at this point they said you may hear some of that crystal tinkling sounds, those little glass chime tinkling sounds, inside as well. Or you may feel the sensation as if that sound were occurring. You can project back to the shores of Amiya-san at any time using this technique, which will actually help get you in stronger, make more of a connection. But you can even do so by intending that after you do your 12-minute meditation with one of the codes you desire. You can put an intention to project there. We're going to try to get a better image of this code. We do have a black and white one in the back, I think, but it didn't, didn't print very well because we had a very light version of that anyway. So we will have the 72-hour period as the crystal codes continue to move through our physical body and our auric fields before it reaches full maturation. Once that occurs, there will be the beginning of the Cosma gel etheric crystals forming within the physical body and the light body, and that will progressively create the transmutative karmic skin stuff that will prevent the reversed parts of karmic imprint coming from other space-time locations of your own self to not come in and run through your system anymore. So it is the beginning of yet another level of healing and becoming more and more immune from the effects of a past we don't remember and a future we don't remember. So we get more and more into the now as we're not being dragged around with the karma from both sides of that spectrum. So I do believe we have finally come to the end of this journey. I hope you have enjoyed being with us this time. It's been a privilege to have you here with us. And have a good time with your codes. And have a very safe trip home, wherever home may be. And don't forget, practice with the codes. Those two techniques are really powerful the more you practice them. And everybody's got their books, do they yet?
They pick them up on the way out.
Okay, you can pick your books up on the way out, the rest of your chart packs. Wait. They're going to get them? Okay. Okay, they're almost ready. They're going to go get them, and then you can pick them up on your way out. Cool. Thank you all, and thank you for your patience with Guardian Time. Bye.